Welcome to Crime Story with Camila, where we dive deep into the most chilling and mysterious true crime cases. If you love real-life crime stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and share so you never miss an update. Your support helps us bring you the most in-depth investigations and untold stories. Skylar was a bright and loving teenager with dreams of becoming a criminal defense lawyer. She had what seemed like a close bond with her best friends, Shalia Eddy and Rachel Schoaf. But what started as an inseparable trio took a dark and twisted turn, ending in betrayal, deception, and a cold-blooded murder. This case is not just about a senseless killing. It's about trust shattered, hidden motives, and a crime that left a community forever changed. Join us as we uncover the events leading up to Skylar's tragic death, the chilling confession that exposed the truth, and the lasting impact of this horrific case. This is the murder of Skylar Neese, killed by her best friends. To understand the tragic murder of Skylar Neese, we first have to look at the people involved, three teenage girls who, on the surface, seemed like the best of friends. Skylar Annette Neese was born on February 10th, 1996, in Morgantown, West Virginia. She was the only child of Mary and Dave Neese, who adored her deeply. Skylar was bright, ambitious, and hardworking, an honor student at University High School with dreams of becoming a criminal defense attorney. She was known for her kindness, her quick wit, and her strong sense of loyalty to those she loved. Skylar had been best friends with Shalia Eddy since childhood. Shalia, a charismatic and outgoing girl, came from a different kind of household, one where she was often given freedom with little discipline. The two were inseparable, like sisters. Then, in their freshman year of high school, Rachel Schoaf entered the picture. Rachel was well-liked, came from a religious family, and was involved in school theater. Together, the three formed a close-knit bond, one that would eventually become toxic. At first, the friendship seemed normal. The trio spent countless hours together, posting selfies, hanging out, and sharing inside jokes. But behind closed doors, cracks started to form. As time went on, Skylar often felt like the odd one out. She began sensing that Shalia and Rachel were growing closer, sometimes excluding her from plans. She even tweeted about it, once writing, "You doing shit like that is why I will never completely trust you." But no one, not even Skylar herself, could have imagined what was coming next. The people she trusted the most, the girls she laughed and shared secrets with, were secretly planning to end her life. On the evening of July 5th, 2012, 16-year-old Skylar Neese returned to her family's apartment in Star City, West Virginia, after completing her shift at a local fast food restaurant. Later that night, at approximately 12:30 a.m. on July 6th, surveillance footage from the apartment complex captured Skylar leaving her residence through her bedroom window and entering a light-colored sedan. She did not take her cell phone charger, contact lenses, or any other personal items, indicating she intended to return home. Her father, Dave Neese, noted that her window was left open, further suggesting she planned to come back. The following morning, when Skylar's parents discovered she was not in her room and had not shown up for her scheduled shift at work, they grew increasingly concerned. They reached out to her friends, including Shalia Eddy, who claimed that she and Rachel Schoaf had picked up Skylar the previous night, but had dropped her off near her home an hour later. Despite this information, Skylar remained missing, and her parents reported her disappearance to local authorities. Initially, law enforcement considered Skylar a runaway, as she had left home voluntarily, and an Amber Alert was not issued. This assumption delayed critical search efforts during the early stages of the investigation. As days turned into weeks, the Neese family tirelessly distributed missing person flyers throughout the region, pleading for any information about their daughter's whereabouts. The case took a significant turn when the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and the West Virginia State Police joined the investigation in September 2012, bringing additional resources and expertise to the search for Skylar. Suspicion soon turned towards Skylar's closest friends, Shalia Eddy and Rachel Schoaf. Both girls initially claimed they had picked up Skylar that night, but had dropped her off near her home an hour later. However, inconsistencies in their stories and mounting evidence began to unravel their narrative. The breakthrough came in January 2013 when Rachel Schoaf confessed to authorities that she and Shalia Eddy had planned and carried out the murder of their supposed best friend, Skylar Neese. Their motive, as Schoaf stated, was that they didn't like her and didn't want to be friends with her anymore. Guided by Schoaf's confession, investigators located Skylar's remains on January 16, 2013, in a secluded area in Wayne Township, Greene County, Pennsylvania, approximately 30 miles from her home. The discovery confirmed the Neese family's worst fears and sent shockwaves through the community. The senselessness of the crime and the betrayal by those Skylar trusted most left an indelible mark on all who heard the story. This tragic sequence of events underscores the importance of vigilance, open communication, and the need for timely intervention in missing person cases. It also highlights the profound impact that such a loss can have on a family and a community as they grapple with the aftermath of a betrayal that led to an unimaginable tragedy. Following the tragic death of Skylar Neese, legal actions were initiated against her two closest friends, Shalia Eddy and Rachel Schoaf, who were implicated in her murder. On May 1, 2013, Rachel Schoaf pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. During her plea hearing, Schoaf admitted that she and Eddy had planned and executed the murder of Skylar Neese. She detailed how they lured Skylar out of her home, drove her to a remote area in Pennsylvania, and fatally stabbed her. The court transcript revealed that other students had overheard conversations between Schoaf and Eddy about their plan, but did not report it, believing the girls were joking. As part of her plea agreement, the state recommended a 20-year prison sentence. However, on February 26, 2014, Schoaf was sentenced to 30 years in prison, with eligibility for parole after 10 years. During her sentencing, Schoaf expressed remorse and apologized to the Neese family, her own family, and God. In the months following Schoaf's confession, Shalia Eddy continued to maintain her innocence. However, on September 4, 2013, West Virginia prosecutors publicly identified Eddy as the second perpetrator and announced that she would be tried as an adult. She was subsequently indicted on charges of kidnapping, first-degree murder, and conspiracy to commit murder. Facing overwhelming evidence and the possibility of additional charges from Pennsylvania authorities, Eddy pleaded guilty to first-degree murder on January 24, 2014. She was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 15 years. Unlike Schoaf, Eddy did not express remorse during her sentencing. Both Eddy and Schoaf were initially held in juvenile facilities. As of 2023, they remain incarcerated at the Lakin Correctional Center in West Virginia. Schoaf has been denied parole twice, in May 2023 and July 2024, and will be eligible for another parole hearing in June 2025. Eddy will have her first opportunity for parole in 2028. In addition to the criminal proceedings, civil actions were pursued. Skylar's parents, Mary and David Neese, filed a lawsuit against Eddy, Schoaf, and their mothers, alleging negligent supervision and seeking damages for their daughter's wrongful death. The insurance companies of the defendants' mothers sought declaratory judgments in federal court, asserting they were not obligated to indemnify the parents in the lawsuit. The court ultimately ruled in favor of the insurers, determining they had no duty to defend or indemnify the defendants' parents in the civil suit. These legal proceedings underscore the profound impact of Skylar Neese's murder on her family, friends, and the broader community, highlighting the complexities of justice in cases involving juvenile offenders. The tragic murder of Skylar Neese had a profound impact on her community and led to significant legislative changes. In response to the circumstances surrounding Skylar's disappearance, West Virginia enacted Skylar's Law in May 2013. This legislation expanded the state's Amber Alert system to include all missing children, even those not believed to have been abducted, ensuring timely public notifications in such cases. Skylar's parents, Dave and Mary Neese, have dedicated themselves to honoring their daughter's memory. They engage in Skylar Talks, visiting schools and prisons to discuss the devastating consequences of violent actions and to encourage individuals to speak out if they notice concerning behaviors. The community continues to remember Skylar through various initiatives, including mental health awareness programs and events promoting unity and open communication among young people. These efforts aim to prevent similar tragedies and to foster a supportive environment for adolescents. As of 2023, both Shalia Eddy and Rachel Shoaf remain incarcerated at the Lakin Correctional Center in West Virginia. Shoaf has been denied parole twice, in May 2023 and July 2024, and will be eligible for another hearing in June 2025. Eddy will have her first opportunity for parole in 2028. The legacy of Skylar Neese serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of vigilance, open communication, and early intervention in the lives of young people. Her story continues to inspire efforts to create safer communities and to support those affected by similar tragedies.
Thanks for watching. For more interesting videos, please subscribe.